Hey guys, what's up? Pixels here. In today's video we are doing a Warlord class breakdown for Evil Dead the game. Demon classes are a lot different to survivor classes. That's purely because you can go at a higher level for demons. So at demon you can get to like level 45, and that means you can actually spend a lot more points and like skill points in the actual skill tree that is on that like specific demon. But what we can do still is go over the perks. I can't really show you the skills that's throughout the entire tree, but I can give you like the gist of what you can expect from the type of skills you can play as or to use that you can spec into playing demons. So anyways, let's begin. So I had to take some old screenshots from my first beta. I had to take screenshots from the second beta to kind of get this little slideshow thing I can talk through and give you guys an explanation of what to expect for when you're playing the Warlord demon. So let's begin anyway. So the first thing is the little synopsis that they say. So the Warlord demon buffs the evil units around it, increasing the damage they deal and reducing the damage they receive. So this is Henrietta, for those of you who don't know. She is the Warlord demon. For Puppeteer we have Elagos, and Necromancer we have Evil Ash. So anyways, let's move on. So okay, so the first perk that we have, and so what happens with this is what is different with the demons, is that they don't have specific perks. Like on survivors they have different perks, don't they? Demon is completely different. The perks, when you level them up, they basically buff your your active ability. So obviously Henrietta's active ability is this. It's called Bad Influence, and when activated this skill generates an aura around the demon player for a limited time that increases the power of surrounding evil units. It can only be activated when the demon player is in spirit form, but will continue to work if the demon player possesses another unit. So to kind of explain, if you're in spirit form, that means it's when you're flying around the map in the camera view and setting the traps and stuff like that. And there is an active button that you press. I can't remember specifically what button it was. I'd have to go back and look at gameplay or something, but basically it creates like this ring, and whatever deadite units are inside that ring, they will basically receive this buff, which is really good. And so obviously that is that's the one you start off with. So at level 15 it increases the power of this. So basically it's called Really Bad Influence 1. Enhances the effects of bad influence, further improving surrounding units health, damage ability, and attack frequency, as well as increasing the range of the aura. And the damage increase is 35%, which I think is pretty good. It has a 35% maximum health increase, and the attack frequency is 20%. So, it's a nice buff, but you don't get that until level 15. And by the time you get to level 15, you'll have 15 skill points that you can pull into the separate skill tree. And basically what the separate skill tree, what you can expect from that is like, increased health for units, increased fear for like blood spatter. Because, when you're playing survivor and you're fighting a Henrietta, blood will splatter on your screen, and that will put your fear levels up, so you can spec into doing stuff like that, Decrease the time between portals, being able to spawn portals, and decreasing the cost of portal spawning and stuff. That's the kind of skills you can expect while playing as demon. Basically, it's self-explanatory. Obviously each demon has their different skill tree as well. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of that. And there's like 7 perks in the top row alone, and there's like 5 rows of just perks. So there's quite a lot. I'd say there's at least like 30. Just eyeballing it. But anyways, let's move on. So her next perk obviously is the same thing. It's leveled at, you unlock this at level 25, by the way. Demons do level up a lot faster than survivors. Just want to say that. Not a lot faster, but they do get a lot of points compared to survivors in the game, and that kind of happens in most of these types of games. But anyways, she gets Really Bad Influence 2. Enhances the effects of bad influence, further improving surrounding units health, damage ability, and attack frequency, as well as increasing the range of the aura. And the damage increase from previously is 10%, so now it'll be doing a 45% damage. Again, maximum health is increased by 10%. That'll do like 45% health. And of course, the attack frequency has gone up by 10% as well. So, again, it's a really nice thing. If you get this character maxed out, her deadites are going to be really difficult to take down, especially, only if she is using, obviously, bad influence during the game. And we're going to get a Really Bad Influence 3 at level 45. Enhances the effects of bad influence, etc. And like I said, you're going to have 45 skill points here to pull into all these different, you know, abilities, like these skills that you can spec into. And obviously each skill has like a different level. So like they'll have an increased percentage. So like just say, you know, we'll go back to the blood splatter one. So you know, the first time you put a skill point in that, it'll be like 10%. You put a skill point into it again, it'll be like 20%. Skill point again, it'll be 30%. So that's the kind of thing that you can expect when you're leveling up skills in this game, especially for the demons. So anyways, at level 45, really bad influence 3. Again, it just enhances the effects of bad influence. The damage is 10%, the maximum health is 10%, the attack frequency is 10%, and the units can't suffer balance bar damage, which I think is pretty insane, you know. The balance bar is basically this white bar that you have. It's like underneath the health when you're fighting the Deadites. And what you need to do is get that down before you can do like special attacks, like, you know, taking it out with an execution or something. But they literally can't suffer balance bar damage as long as the demon is using bad influence, which I think is pretty good. Obviously, like it said in the first bad influence, in the first perk, it said, like, you know, even if you possess a Deadite, the effect still stays as well. So you could set, you know, a lot of traps, spawn a lot of Deadites, you know, activate bad influence, and then possess a unit, and then bad influence will affect everything there, which I think would be really, really powerful in the end game. So, you know, Henrietta's not to be underestimated. I know a lot of people probably thought, you know, she's probably like the weakest of the demons, but honestly, she's very, very tanky. But anyways, there's more to the classes on the demon side. So what I have here is another screenshot. I'll do my best to try and make some like graphics so you guys can look at it. But basically, Henrietta is the boss. So her stats, she has like 5 defense. She has 5 damage. She's very slow. But she has 3 inabilities, and Henrietta cannot be knocked back. However, when her balance bar is fully depleted, she will be stunned, which I think's, you know, relatively fair. Like I said, she's got really good defense, so she has loads of fucking health. Like she's literally a tank to take down, and she does a lot of damage. Like I said, the only problem is she's very slow, so she can be very susceptible to like long range type of weapons, you know. Her actions that she has a light attack and she has a heavy attack. The other abilities that she has is belly flop. So Henrietta slams herself on the ground, damaging anyone unlucky enough to be within the shockwave of that. The other one that she has is gas leak. Henrietta leaves a trail of toxic fumes behind her. You know, when you're playing Survivor, you kind of want to stay out of that because it's very horrible. So yeah, you best want to stay away from that. Granny Hug. Henrietta squeezes a survivor's head. This cannot be dodged. To break free, other survivors must attack Henrietta. And yeah, so she grabs hold of you, and you know you gotta suck her titty. But that does quite a lot of damage to you as well. So I feel like they changed that because I broke free without other people attacking her, from what I remember. But anyways, let's move on. So the next thing, so that's Henrietta's type of you know, skill set that she has if you spawn in as her. So the next thing is the Deadite Elite, and the elite units are more resistant to health balance. The elite units are more resistant to health and balance bar damage than basic Deadites. They move slowly but can engage multiple survivors at once with their bare hands or melee weapons. When they are hit by melee attacks, the resultant blood splatter can temporarily blind nearby survivors. That's what was going on before, so it can temporarily blind them, and it can increase their fear levels as well, which is great. And I think there was a perk in the skill tree that you can spec into where, you know, they're more than likely have the chance to spawn with a melee weapon, you know. But anyways, so the stats that they have is they have 4 in defense, they have 4 damage, they have 1 in speed, and they have 3 in abilities. So the passive skills that these possess are: when Deadite elites are hit, their blood splatter obscures the vision of all nearby survivors. Deadite elites do not knock back unless their balance bar is fully depleted. They're very hard to take down, especially when they get possessed by the demon. Deadite elites have a greater chance of spawning with an axe as well, which is pretty good. Obviously, they have actions like a light attack, a heavy attack, and they have 2 abilities. So the first ability is Deadite Smash. Deadite elites charge forward and smash the ground, damaging anyone in the shockwave. And they have a big swing as well. The big swing might be slow, but it covers 180 degrees and deals serious damage. Sorry, the screenshot is very small. I'm trying to read it the best I can. But yeah, the Deadite elites are really good. They're really hard to take down, especially when someone possesses them. They have like quite a lot of health. And let's move on to the basic Deadite. So this is the basic unit that, you know, will just be around the map, and you can spawn portals with basic units coming out of it. They're kind of just like, you know, cannon fodder, I suppose. But anyways, the defense is only 2, the damage is only 2. They have 3 speed and 3 abilities. Deadites have a greater chance of spawning with an axe as well. And that's like a passive skill. They have actions, being a light attack and a heavy attack. So they have 3 abilities. So the first one is Puke, and this one's very interesting because basic Deadites have projectile vomit, dealing damage to survivors. Not only do they deal damage, it's not very informative, this, but it actually stops the survivors from being able to dodge or run as well. But what they can do is still attack. But yeah, the projectile vomit, it kind of like stuns the survivors a bit, you know. The next ability is Farewell to Arms. Basic Deadites rip off their own arm and use as a melee weapon. It's a pretty funny one. I've done that one a few times when I played Henrietta. And the last ability is a dodge. Basic Deadites can dodge melee attacks like a survivor. Yes, they can. And they can actually counter that as well, and they can get a hit on the survivors. That happens quite a lot when you're facing Henrietta. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can talk about for the Demon, at least the Warlord class. I don't really have anything else I can really go over. Like I said, it's very different to Survivor, because Survivor, obviously, I can talk about their different perks, but like I said, you know, you're going to get like 45 skill points that you're going to be able to pull into Henrietta's, you know, overall skill tree, and like I said, that's going to give you a lot of different buffs as well. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there for the Warlord class breakdown. Hopefully it was informative enough for you guys. I know a lot of people wanted to see a Demon one. You know, I'm kind of giving you the best explanation I possibly can until the game comes out, because like I said, I didn't really record much from the demon side of things, but like I said, that's kind of the gist of what you can expect when you're playing as Warlord on Evil Dead the game. So yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have been awesome throughout these class breakdown videos. I'm going to be moving on to Elagos next. I'm going to try and get all these out before the game launches as well. You know, maybe that'll take time away from me streaming a bit, you know, just before the game comes out, which is fine, because once the game comes out, I'm going to be streaming loads and anyways. So, yeah, like I said, hit that like button, hit that sub button if you are new to the channel for more Evil Dead content. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of Henrietta, if you think she's going to be really OP, if she's going to be weak, and, you know, your experiences from the beta going against her. But, yeah, anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Pixels. You are my awesome viewers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.